Hi everybody, this is Jade here. You've reached Wilder Moments Tarot. In this tarot channel, I channel messages for the highest good of all. I utilize oracle cards, tarot cards to ask for the guidance, wisdom, support of my spirit guides, your spirit guides, if there's consent. I draw a card for your conscious mind, your unconscious mind, overall energy, and advice. All right, so let's see what you have here. Spirit guides of the highest truth and compassion. You might want to do this too here if you're initiating your guides with your own tarot reading, inviting your guides in. Spirit guides of the highest truth and compassion, I invite you in. Take a deep breath. Sense and feel. What is it that you feel? Maybe sensation in your fingers, your toes. And when you know you're ready to begin picking from your deck, stop shuffling, maybe give a little knock if that's something you like to do. Cut the deck or just draw from wherever you know is the right place. Conscious mind. Is this the Empress? The Earth Queen. We have the Queen of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles, so they look to be like a Persian kitty or like a ragdoll kitty. Very dainty kitty. And don't they seem a little grumpy? It looks like either that or they're sucking in their stomach. Like they're holding their breath. These purple roses. Roses could be a big symbol for you. Lavender. Maternal energy. Something about this maternal energy today is just a little stiff. It's just a little stiff. Maybe, so the way that I read cards, there's masculine and feminine energy in us all. Masculine energy being how we act on things, feminine energy, how we receive. That's how I see it. Everybody could see it differently, but that's usually how I interpret things. And so what I'm getting from this reading is maybe on the receiving end, it's a little stiff. Like, are people trying to give to you and like this kitty cat, you see their arm, it's almost crossed over their heart. Like you're like, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. And you're unconscious. There's the Nine of Earth. The Nine of Earth is the Nine of Pentacles. And you're unconscious. I just got there is a desire to have everything that you want. I mean, I think we all have that desire. In your unconscious, there's also knowing that you have bounty around you, is what I'm getting. That what's around you is really precious, really special. Like your pets, what does this tarot reader say? I haven't watched him in a while, but I think his name is Dove and Serpent Tarot. Great channel. And he likes to say your pets, your plants, your kids. That's kind of what I get from this, is like your plants, your pets. Your garden. The garden you're tending to. Like, maybe you have an actual garden, but also, what is in your garden? Like in your sphere. Like in your sphere of influence. I know that Marianne Williamson also talks about like nurturing what's in your garden, or how are you showing up for the people in your garden? That's coming through. Unconscious mind. So perhaps your garden, maybe you know in your unconscious mind, your garden wants to give back to you. And in your conscious, you're kind of not, like, you're a little bit shell-shocked, you're a little bit blocked, you're a little bit stale about it. Maybe it's just not something you're used to doing. Maybe being open is not something that has been safe in the past. And I totally understand that. I mean, I've been there. I think we've all been there. So in the overall energy, whoa, look at that. What does it say? Death. We have death. You are being reborn. You are being renewed. Something is changing. And what I'm getting is that it's not necessarily a big life shift. It's not like someone's actually, I mean, if someone has, my deepest sympathies. But the message that I'm getting today is not that someone has passed. It's more that you are shedding, like you are shedding skin, old skin from before, and you are being born anew. So like the energy shift. The other thing I'm being called to say is we have just gone through like this new moon, or no, not new moon, excuse me, full moon. Full moon in Aquarius. That might mean something to you. Full moon in Aquarius. Maybe the way how things are placed in your chart with your houses, something to do with like Lion's Gate and manifesting what you want. Maybe you are coming up anew. You are realizing some of this could be a part of it too. You're realizing some of your deepest desires. And you are in a position to receive them, is what I'm getting. You're in a position to receive them. You're just not sure. There's a little hesitancy with this Queen of Pentacles. All right, well, this is coming together for me now. The advice, I have the Sky Kitten. Oh, this is a cute one. And the Priestess. The Sky Kitten. Whatchow! I don't know, this kitten's giving me a lot of Jack Black vibes. Whatchow! And the Priestess. So the Sky Kitten, that would be like the swords, the Journey of the Swords. Page. I believe it's the Page or the Knight of Swords. We're going to go with either or. The color yellow is standing out to me just because it's very stark here. The color yellow, solar plexus chakra, personal power, confidence. It's almost like Spirit is saying, we want you to have the confidence of Jack Black. That man is so confident. He would not be like as revered and as beloved as he is if we were not able to see his confidence, right? There's like a balance. Spirit's like, can you have one foot in the intuition and the High Priestess and one foot in the confidence and the silliness of exploring your inner child and who you are and receiving from this perspective, receiving from the perspective of both. Maybe there's even, because I'm getting such a stark thing here with like I don't know why. Now these like actors are like popping in my mind. I think of High Priestess for some reason. Meryl Streep was the first person to come up. And then this kitty cat just reminds me a lot of Jack Black. It's like, can you have a balance of energy? Like, can you have a balance of energy? Can you have a balance of energy when it comes to going after your dreams? When it comes to, going after your dreams, tending to your garden, and then how you act in the external world. Since this is in the conscious mind, how you show up, how people see you. People, perhaps, I'm getting this little tingle here that people see you as incredibly abundant, and maybe sometimes you forget that you are. You're incredible, like, there's a storyline coming through of like, oh my gosh, so-and-so, they have such a beautiful family and they get to do this beautiful work and they get to create these beautiful things. And I just feel like every time I go to talk to so-and-so, or every time I try to initiate something with so-and-so, it's like they're scared or they're not sure. The other thing I want to say is that perhaps this might also be a part of your storyline. If physical touch is kind of triggering for you for, whatever reason, and we honor that totally and completely. That maybe if people have ever tried to like reach out to you to just like for like a friendly pat or like a friendly hug, maybe like you pull back Like you pull back because you're like, what's the cost? What's the cost of this? Like where is this going to, like, what are you going to expect from me if I give my heart to you? And Spirit is asking you to, well, actually, I think Spirit is asking you to look at this differently, because otherwise you wouldn't have gone through this transformation. You're going through an energy transformation where you're seeing things differently. You don't want to be like that anymore, is kind of what I'm getting. You don't want to be like that anymore. And the advice is, you have this energy already inside you. You already have this energy inside you. The examples I provided are just examples. You're your own version of the Sky Kitten. And you know what that is, and you know how that looks. And you're your own version of the High Priestess, and you know what that is and how that looks. And so they're saying, can you just bring that with you in every moment? Can you bring that with you in every moment? And when people try to offer their love, can you be open? Can you be open to receive it? People really want to give you love, especially, you know this, people really want to give you love. You even want to give you love. It's like, it's kind of like what I'm seeing is, it's almost like there's this individual, like what I'm seeing is like there's this individual who's in this beautiful, beautiful garden. Or like if you were to think of like Rivendell, the Lord of the Rings, right? Like this beautiful, beautiful place. It's very abundant. And you have like you are in the seat of whatever the story is. Like maybe it's like a high elf, or maybe it's a princess or a prince, or maybe it's a squire, I don't know, whatever you want to paint the picture, right? You're like in this position of such great promise is what I'm getting. And like, you're kind of just, you're looking at everything and you're kind of like, it's like you're missing something. It's like you're sad and you're looking around at everything and it feels like you're missing something. And Spirit is just basically saying like, are you approaching all of what you have from the lens of who you are? Or are you approaching everything from the lens of what you think you're not, is kind of what I'm getting. Like 4 of Cups energy. I'm just gonna pull one, maybe 2. I'm gonna do Wisdom of the Oracle, and I'm gonna do one of my Kauais. It's kind of like, gosh, I'm sure there's so many songs that could talk about this energy. It's like you have the world. It's like you have the world on a platter. And for some reason you feel like you're not enough to receive it or something. Or like you have the world on a platter and maybe you're really fixated on something that you feel you don't have. It's kind of like that energy. Spirit, can we get a card for confirmation? Can we get a card for confirmation or anything else that needs to be shared? And if you have your own deck of cards, I'm getting that what you pull is going to mean more to you, more specific to you than whatever it is that I share, since this is a collective reading. So for our confirmation, yeah, we have the 5 of Pentacles and message in a bottle. That's interesting. Message in a bottle. This is an interesting combination. Let me see what I get from this. Well, the 5 of Pentacles, it tells me like, it confirms this feeling of lack that I feel like I'm getting. But this message in a bottle I just got is advice. Is advice. Advice, 15. Essential meanings: communication, a sign, a kledun, the ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker, pointing the way to your highest good. Interesting. The oracle's message: Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols. Oracles and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, and a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might say just the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today, your message is this: Spirit hears you and the reply is favorable. That is a big confirmation for someone. if there's a big question you're considering, or you're like really mulling through something, that's a confirmation for someone. With this though, what I'm actually getting the most, and I'm not really being guided to read any further, what I'm getting the most is perhaps in your waking life, you've been asking for a sign to either go do something or to have a new perspective on something when it comes to this new journey of yours. And Spirit has given you many signs. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting, is that Spirit has given you many signs. And maybe you're kind of like, you're in this energy, you're like, oh, but that's not really the right sign. That's not really the right sign. And so I think what Spirit and what I'm being guided to say is, if you were to meditate, and if you were to get down into the depths of what it is that you truly desire, what will surface, and what is your immediate answer, without all of this like but like without all of that. That's how it's being guided to come out. They want you to sit still, to close your eyes, to ground down, to breathe. And whatever this question is, like some of these questions are like, should I reach out to blank? Should I take advantage of this opportunity? Should I go on this trip? Should I invest money in this project for my skill set? Should I go back to school? Should I apply for this job? Should I accept this job? Like, all of these different things. Spirit is saying, like, you need to get really still. You need to ground down. Maybe find some red jasper. Maybe hold it while you're breathing. Allow yourself to feel very, very safe. And once you've reached a place in your mind where you feel like you're not constantly chasing thoughts, then begin to ask yourself, what do I want to do with blank? How do I really feel about it? How do I really feel about it? And then go from there. Well, you guys, I hope this was helpful. I love you so much. This is going to be a short one. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.